bar's got that swing. Glasses clink, hear the ice cubes sing. Liquid lunch, pour it smooth, let it flow. Friends round the table where the good times grow. Raise a glass, let the worries slip away. Liquid lunch, we're living for today. There's Troy laughing with his gin and a grin, telling stories about where he's been. Boomer's got whiskey, he's loosening his tie, chasing dreams under a midday sky. The bartender knows us, he's mixing with flair. Every sip's a moment we're happy to share. Liquid lunch, pour it smooth, let it flow. Friends round the table where the good times grow. Raise a glass, let the worries slip away. Liquid lunch, we're living for the day. The clock don't matter, we're lost in the vibe. Jazz in the air, feel the soul come alive. From martinis to bourbon, we're riding the wave. Stealing this hour, it's the freedom we crave. Sun's still shining, but we're in our zone. This bar's our shelter, our temporary home. One more round before the world calls us back. Savor the moment, keep the blues in the rack. We'll laugh and we'll toast till the afternoon fades. Memories made in these liquid escapades. Liquid lunch, pour it smooth, let it flow. Friends round the table where the good times grow. Raise a glass, let the worries slip away. Liquid lunch, we're living for today. So here's to the daylight, the drinks and the fun. Our liquid lunch, till the next one comes. With a wink and a smile, we'll be back real soon. Chasing that jazz under the high noon.
Vasalut and welcome. I should probably be doing this in my right hand since I'm off center. Vasalut and welcome. It is a cold one today, so we're going to be looking at a warmer drink for warming you up. Before we get into that, I want to start out by thanking Ruby Hoof so much for her gifted membership. Super appreciate that. I swear it's generous people like you that are the only reason I can continue to do what I'm doing here. I know that yesterday was Thankful Thursday and Thanksgiving, but I can express my thanks at all times. That one went to Samuel Proctor, who I thought was a member, but apparently not. So thank you so much for bringing Samuel Proctor along with us, Ruby Hoof. Really do appreciate that. So let me start by saying hi to my guest hostess today. She's taking the day off of her real work to help me with mine today. Welcome, Netter of Netter's Network. How you doing, my dear, and what are you sipping on?
I'm doing well. Actually, my company gives me this day off, so I didn't even have to take it as PTO or anything. And I'm doing really well. I had so much fun cooking yesterday, and being on the movie rewatch streams with all of you guys, it was a blast. I am sipping on my seltzer water black cherry, as usual. I'm also sneaking some leftover turkey here.
There you go.
Speaking of the turkey,
yeah, I was going to get to that too. Yeah.
We had gotten a
my first person I want to say hi to is Connie Cleary, the bird woman of YouTube of Fluff Chick Productions. We just watched a series of shows yesterday, starting with the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, or it's Thanksgiving Charlie Brown, whatever it's called. A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, I think is what it's called. And there's this cute joke right at the beginning where he's looking in the mailbox and saying, I hate the holidays or whatever, and someone comes along and says, well, what were you expecting, Charlie Brown? It's Thanksgiving. Were you expecting a turkey card? Well, yeah, we actually got a turkey card today. Timing is perfect from Connie Cleary. Thank you so much for that, Connie.
Inside were some delicious recipes. I'm actually going to be doing the shepherd's pie this weekend with our leftover turkey.
Yeah, that's why I said it was perfect timing. It comes just in time for us to start thinking about what we're going to do with all of our leftovers.
And what's funny is that the front of the card had a turkey on it that looked just like the turkey in one of the rewatches we did yesterday.
Yeah, like the turkey from Freebird.
So perfect.
It's the great turkey.
So, thank you, Connie.
Big Al says, Glögg from the land of my ancestors. Mark Miller did a quick mulled wine to begin a Christmas marathon on his channel. Happy Black Friday, Liquid Lunchers. Have a great stream today. Lots here, yes. I had this stream up yesterday because I saw the cold weather announcements, and I was just like, I am well into the holidays now. I think a good mulled wine would be great. And we happen to have picked up a bottle of Glögg. We'll get to that in just a moment. So I wanted to talk about that. And then this morning, I see that Max Miller, he's calling it a marathon. It's basically a compilation video of all of his Christmas recipes, which, let's be honest, it makes sense, especially for a video like his. Because you start thinking, there was one recipe he did for Christmas. I got to see if I can find it. And you're searching around, and YouTube doesn't make anything easy to find. So if you find the one video, you can, save it to a playlist called recipes or something like that, and have it as an easy reference. Good stuff. Good stuff. Sergeant Giratina, hello. Welcome, and happy weekend. Yes, going back to what Big Al was saying, it is Black Friday. Join us tonight on Last Call, where we will be talking Black Friday tonight. And, of course, I will be drinking Glögg. Yes, we got another lunch. Yes, it is the last... if you have the day off, it's the first lunch of the weekend. But if you are still working, it is the last lunchtime of the work week. Let's see here.
And I'm actually interested to know what this Glögg is, so
I'll tell you about it.
I'll definitely be paying attention because I'm looking at the bottle and it looks interesting.
You're going to enjoy it. I think you're going to like it, especially after I've prepared it. So, Lynn Green, I was saying I wanted to get to this. Funny how every change in the UI in the last year has been counterintuitive. I'm going to get into what she says about this. I agree with her 100%. I'm going to add a few comments of my own. And, it does seem to fall into the problem that I see every single company having. We talk about it in the entertainment industry. I talk about it in marketing and toys and all kinds of stuff where you've got people entering the workforce that are ridiculously stupid and clueless. They do what they think would be a good idea without thinking, what would our customers like? Let's put watch list above chat so you can't see chat without taking extra steps. Let's make a version of chat no one wants as default. Let's put subscribed channels, something I only need to check because YouTube doesn't always tell me when they release a video and schedule a stream. I just did that. Above the watch later and playlists, thus ends her rant. And then she follows up with smash the like button, everyone. I'm sure she means smash the like button because you love this channel and my stream and not necessarily the platform I am on. Of course, in fairness, you might be watching me right now on X, and you might be watching me on the Green Machine. But chances are very slim on both of those. I know that 99.9% of my audience is here on YouTube. As is the love of my life, who is sitting across from me, who you've all said hi to. She's asking you to help me get to that coveted goal of mine with by becoming a member if you're not already, or by gifting a membership, as the generous Ruby Hoof has done today. I am really within throwing distance of that 100 members by the end of the year. I am very, very close. And my appearance on Doomcock, at least this is where I'm giving attribution, this week, I think boosted my subscriber numbers up slightly. I'm having less faith in that 2,000 subscribers number by the end of the year, but you can certainly help me or achieve that goal by sharing out the stream and directly telling all of your friends, go to this channel, subscribe, hopefully you'll like it as much as I do, JPRPH1, hi, how you doing? Good to see you, my friend. Always wonderful to see you. Geek Flag with Nate Knows, Echoing Netter, like, share, subscribe, comment, become a member, and if you were going to give a super chat of $5 or more, why not gift a membership instead and make our family grow? Our family has grown so much this month. It's amazing. Aged Boomer was just indirectly talking about you. We're going to be talking about Black Friday tonight on Last Call. Let's see here. Don't want to miss no one. There's Mark Malnikoff. Mech Paul! Back to the dilithium mines again. Not looking forward to dealing with the inmates. The airlock might be busy. It's Friday. Well, happy Friday nonetheless, my friend. Had fun last night. Saw 2 films I'd never seen. See, that's what I was saying. I feel like I play a lot of the same movies over and over, but, I forget that not everyone has seen all the same movies. So, and we had never seen Freebirds before, and that's probably going to become kind of a Thanksgiving staple for us. Let's see here. Saying hi to each other again.
Yeah, when we were watching Freebirds, I was confusing it in my head with Chicken Run.
Yeah, Chicken Run too. Before last call, yes, Deep Star 6 with Big Al and deleted scenes on Films with Friends at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's 7 Central. So that means literally a great lead-in. They'll be finishing up just as we're getting started. So definitely want to check that out as well. And Lynn is a big fan of that movie too, Big Al. So it was a good choice on from her perspective. Here is the guy who seems to single-handedly be wanting to get me to 100 members. He was incredibly generous yesterday with the gifted memberships. I had to update all of my stream descriptions and closing credits to add all of those new members, and that is a good thing to have happen. Lynn loves Son-in-Law, which we also watched yesterday. Yeah, those movies that you can watch year after year and still be thinking about them the next day. Yeah, that's pretty good stuff. What's also good stuff is Glögg, and let's get to it now. Nope. First, I want to say hi to somebody who just slipped in here under the wire. FKHC 2005, also known as Tim, has just joined us. Welcome, Tim. Good to see you. Let's get to... Nate, you are so wonderful. Nate just gifted me a membership. This one went to a... let's see, Sean Cadillac McSwain, So welcome to membership, Sean Cadillac McSwain. Unfortunately, all I know is what your @ is. I don't know what name you want to go by because YouTube is stupid. Going back to what Lynn was talking about. Another feature that they've taken away is right now, you are on YouTube. You should be, or you used to be able to just hover over, you know, where it says play and pause at the bottom there. There used to be like a skip type button, and you could hover over that and you could see that I am going to forward you to Wilkie's Movies and Music right after this, because that's what we do here on Friday. We go hang out with Wilkie's Movies and Music for his afternoon movie hangout. But that's not there anymore. There is no ability to skip to the next movie or next stream that YouTube has lined up for you. Even though you can still put it so that it just continues to play to the next video, the next video, the next video. Don't know. Features that we love that aren't hurting anybody, they forgot to I don't know. It's absolutely ridiculous. Let's get to the Glögg because we need it. We need it. Where was it? Share screen. There we go. I have to do I'm going to have to take this out.
You still got up turkey stuff?
No. Because of the way the share screen works, having a guest, you go into the share screen and then you can't see what I'm sharing, which is confusing. Yeah, don't even get me started. It's not just YouTube, it's also EasyMux. Lynn says, I'm still trying to figure out how to edit Lynn Green 7978 when there are 8,000 Lynn Greens.
Oh,
yeah,
gee.
Exactly. Don't know what to tell you about that. It's the stupidest thing. Everyone hates it. Yeah, YouTube went through, went 100% Tropic Thunder. Yeah, exactly. Exactly right. So let's get to the history of Glögg and its global reach. I don't know if it can be seen here. Yeah, it can in the light. I have my Klingon mug. I think that is appropriate for Glögg. I think Glögg is probably very similar to Warnog, I would imagine. Don't know, maybe. But everyone's got different ideas about what the correlation of the different kinds of drinks and foods Klingon to standard Terran would be. We'll talk about Klingon foods and drinks another time. But drinking Glögg is not just a taste experience. It is also a way to gather and celebrate together during the cold winter months. Whether one is in snow-covered Sweden or at a Christmas market in Germany, Glögg is a drink that warms both body and soul. Glögg, a type of warm spiced wine, has a long and fascinating history that dates back to ancient Rome. During the Roman Empire, it was popular to spice wine with various herbs and spices to enhance its flavor and extend its shelf life. The spiced wine spread to the northern parts of Europe, where the tradition evolved and adapted to local tastes and ingredients. In Sweden, Glögg holds a special place in winter and Christmas traditions. As early as the Middle Ages, there are documented references to spiced wine, often called claret or hippocras. The modern version of Glögg, with hints of cinnamon, cardamom, ginger, and cloves, began to take shape in the 19th century. It became particularly popular during the Swedish Romantic era, when it is often served as part of a Christmas celebration. Beyond Sweden, other Nordic countries like Norway and Finland have similar traditions. In Denmark, the popular counterpart to Glögg is known as glögg, Germany, yeah, the difference. I'm lucky I can get the word communicated, let alone get the accents of different countries. Germany also has a similar beverage known as Glühwein, which is very popular during Christmas markets there. In Eastern and Central Europe, there are also variations of this spiced warm drink, such as mulled wine in the United Kingdom and vinchade in France. Though Glögg has its roots in Europe, the tradition of spiced wine has spread to other parts of the world. In the United States, there is a growing trend of enjoying mulled wine during the winter season, especially in cities with cold winters. Even in countries like Canada and Australia, spiced wine is occasionally enjoyed, though it is not as widespread as in Europe. So I want to back up just a second and comment on that. They were talking about how mulled wine was very European, British, and now it's starting to spread to the U.S. And becoming more and more popular. But they don't say why, which is probably because there's no definitive reason for it. Just stating that it is. I would speculate, however, that how would an American even really know about mulled wine unless they know someone who came over from the UK and said, "Oh, I have mulled wine every year for and introduced it to his friends." And that's one possible way. I suspect a much more likely culprit would be movies like It's a Wonderful Life. And you hear Clarence, go into the pub and order a mulled wine. And, it's you're going to have a bunch of people that go, what is mulled wine? And then start looking into it and going, well, that sounds just delightful. I would like to add that to my Christmas celebration. And it catches on. That's how these things happen. The first model that I mentioned is probably how it, incorporated itself throughout Europe in the first place, slowly over centuries. But within a generation, because of our entertainment and movies, traditions like this, come about. There was, I'll tell you, It's a Wonderful Life has become so much a part of just my psyche and whatnot, that when we would help people move, when we were in a church up on the north side of the city, we'd help them move in, and we would give them a gift of salt, wine, and bread, just like in
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life, this is why I feel like pop culture is so important, and this is why we are constantly reminding you about these older films that we've seen and loved, and why we love them, and what there is about them. It brings cultural touchstones, as opposed to those who would say, "Let the past die, kill it if you have to." We know what we're talking about here, right? To fully appreciate Glögg, serving temperature is important. Glögg should be served warm, but not boiling, to allow the flavor to fully develop. The ideal serving temperature for Glögg is 158 to 176 degrees Fahrenheit. This makes the drink warm enough to release the aromatic spices without evaporating the alcohol or causing burns. I'd say the first is more important, but the second one probably advantageous. Glögg is traditionally served in small cups or glasses and can be enjoyed with accompaniments such as raisins and almonds. For those who prefer a non-alcoholic version, there are plenty of alternatives with the same spicy flavor profile, made with fruit juices instead of wine. Drinking Glögg is not just a taste experience. It is also a way to gather and celebrate together during the cold winter months. Whether one is in snow-covered Sweden or Chicago, or a Christmas market in Germany, Glögg is a drink that warms both body and soul. Another important point: the United States really is and always has been a melting pot of people bringing their traditions. I would say the whole history of Christmas owes its wonderful variety to the melting pot that is the United States. Every country has their own traditions, but they are starting to pick things up from the United States, and the United States has kind of amalgamated the traditions of Britain and Germany and all of Europe, and even Asian and African countries. So it is
because America is the melting pot. Everyone came here, and we have all of everyone's traditions.
There is something to be said for taking the best of other cultures, and you can call it cultural appropriation. I'm going to show you the middle finger and say, you know what? That's culture. Period. That's how it works. You integrate culture from around you, and everyone is enriched by it. That's not appropriation. That's just life. Get used to it, And when you talk about what do they call it, imperialism and colonization, yeah, that's a new person moving into the neighborhood. Welcome them. Become family with them. I love the same people that complain about colonization and imperialism and how horrible that was and how you stole the land are totally for open borders now. So they justify it by saying the one was wrong, so two wrongs somehow make a right. Yeah. See, this is what happens when you drink. You start to get on ranty politics. Let me real quick refresh your memory. I didn't do this yesterday. I want to real quick refresh you guys on what we've got coming up through at least the first half of next week. And we'll come back and get to your comments about Glögg right after this.
You are watching Liquid Lunch, streaming every weekday at noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. Let's sip together.
This week on Saturday Night at the Movies, the world is beset by the appearance of monstrous creatures, but one of them may be the only one who can save humanity. Bryan Cranston and Ken Watanabe star in the 2014 relaunch of the kaiju classic Godzilla. This Saturday night at 9 Central, 10 Eastern on Netters Network.
Every Sunday evening, Aged Boomer and Last Call with Troy Pacelli bring you the rundown of the week's geek news, or at least what they think is interesting. You may have heard about it elsewhere, but Boomer and Pacelli spin it like only two old geezers can. It's Geeky Geezers, every Sunday evening at 8 Central, 9 Eastern.
This week, on Last Call presents The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, a strange man on a bicycle follows a young music teacher as she bicycles on a lonely road to and from the city. Can Sherlock Holmes deduce why the woman is being stalked by the solitary cyclist? We'll find out. This week on The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, Tuesday at 9 Central, 10 Eastern on Last Call Presents.
We now return to our Liquid Lunch.
Tim says, and I'm going to improve a little bit on this. Why is this still showing? I want to be on the main stage. There we go. He says, everyone wants a Glögg. You're going to love it, Glögg. Come and get your Glögg. Everyone needs a Glögg. It's Glögg, it's Glögg. It's warm, it's spicy, it's wine. It's Glögg, it's Glögg. It's better than good, it's fine. Come on and get your Glögg. I got that reference. I knew what you were talking about. Let's see here. I wasn't aware that UK and France were Eastern or Central. Okay, I'm missing something here, Lynn. Obviously, they're in their own time zone. There's got to be some humor there that I'm completely missing. It's going over my fedora. Here in Maryland, where I live, there's a local spiced wine made by Ligorne that's pretty popular when it's cold. Yeah, I would imagine so. I'm a sucker for a mulled wine, says Connie. Curtis has never had it, but yeah. Prince Albert has a cool tree in his palace for Christmas. I think I'll try that. Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing, too. It's one thing when the neighbor down the street is doing something, and some people think it's cool, and they start to pick it up, and it slowly starts to, become popular. You could argue it's the eternal and, older version of meme theory. But when it's somebody in a position of prominence, right, whether it's a king or a prince or, a celebrity or, whatever, or like I said, something you see in a movie where you reach a mass audience, it catches on much, much faster. It just makes sense. We love it when you come here, join us, and share your traditions. We don't so much appreciate it when you come here, take, and don't even learn English. Exactly my point. Exactly my point. And demand that we assimilate to you, not the other way around. Because they want to punish all white people except the rich ones. No, they want to punish the rich ones even more because they want to loot and pillage. That's basically what that sort of invasion is. They justify it by saying, well, we should be able to do it because you did it to the natives here. It's not really the same. All you're doing is equivocating, but, whatever. And the liberal idiots don't even know what they're talking about. There was a Democratic candidate giving a speech in Manhattan the other day and started it off by acknowledging that they were standing on stolen land when Manhattan was purchased by for roughly 5,000 from the native tribe in the area. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's where the politically incorrect term Indian giver comes from. You form a deal, and then you go back and go, no, this is our land. No, it's not. No, it's not. You made an agreement for it. And don't tell me, don't try to stand on, well, we didn't understand the deal. You totally understood the whole concept of a trade. You were trading with us for centuries before this, So, yeah, no. Does it roll downstairs, a loner in Paris? Yeah, exactly. Rolls over your neighbor's dog. It fits on your back and it's great for a snack. It's log, log, log. It's log, it's log. It's big, it's heavy, it's wood. It's log, it's log. It's better than bad, it's good. Come on and get your log. Everyone loves a log.
Yes.
The article described them as Eastern or Central. Oh, I see what you're saying. That would be Germany and East. France and UK are generally Western Europe. I get what you're saying. I understand. I guess it depends on your perspective. There is this concept of the East versus West and how we demark that on a global map. But it could also be, if you're in a certain country, what's east of you and west of you is going to change too. So there is that. Lenore Winery is awesome. Does a great medieval mead too. So that's like a honeyed ale, if I'm not mistaken. Well, actually, it's mead is really its own thing. It's a fermented fermented honey is what it basically is. Let's see, saying hi to
Troy
each
gets
other.
fermented every Friday evening.
I try. Well, no, you can't say it's fermented because fermented
Pickled?
is pickled. If you are putting something in alcohol so it saturates, that's pickling. If it's fermented, there is no alcohol added. The alcohol is a byproduct of the rotting process.
Yeah, you're doing vibe, and so
That would be pickling. And welcome, Wilkie's Movies and Music. We are going to be shepherding everyone over there in just about 40 minutes, maybe a little bit less. So
and
that
I've
you have
already
time
got
to
over
get
there
ready.
to say my hi, sweeties.
There you go. Did you have Prince Albert in a can? Yeah, exactly.
Better let him out.
Black Friday sucks this year. Agent Boomer, I haven't had a chance to check my messages today, but I did send you a bunch of screen captures that you might take and do as you will with them for the presentation tonight. But I have been inundated with adverts that cite Black Friday, but we'll talk about this more tonight. I don't see them as being any different than any of the other ads that these same companies send me throughout the year. They're just all in one coordinated effort that fill up my inbox all at once. You know, sometimes I get 2-3 ads a day. Well, I'm getting them all at once now on the same day because Black Friday is more of a target than it actually is a potential savings day. You know, we'll talk all about that today. I don't want to get off topic on that one. There's no such thing as cultural appropriation unless somebody is trying to pass something another country has as their own. White, black people do that with braids, which it came from the Nordic. Well, I would argue that you can't even make that claim. I would say the idea of braiding hair is as old as hair. They did it in Africa. Yep. Netter's showing me her braid. They did it in Africa. They did it in the North. They did it in Asia long before they were even aware of each other. You don't own the rights to braids. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. That's just called self-importance, you know?
I braid my hair pretty much every day. Those of you who've seen my standalone videos, and I'd say 99.9% of them, my hair is in a braid. It's like I wear braids. You cannot tell me that belongs to someone else.
Yeah. Exactly right. Yeah, I mean, and let's face it, that has always been seen as the strength of the U.S., right? We take the best parts of everyone that comes here, and we become a greater whole. In fact, that should be the core of the communists, right? The communists always talk about that, the greater whole, you know, the greater good, you know, the strength of the individuals supporting, you know, the group. That's communism, right? Now, keep in mind, communism has different meanings depending on whether you're talking about a political movement, a philosophy, or even when you dig into the definition of the word. So, you know, take that for what it's worth. Black Friday is no longer the big deal. Now the big deal is Cyber Monday. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about that too. And to be honest with you, even that is not as big as it was. Honestly, it has become just a label. That's going to be my argument for tonight anyway. The whole Afro Puffs space buns argument. Exactly. Great American Melting Pot. Yes, I remember that. I have those on DVD too.
And actually, if you want to delve into it slightly more, I'm a child of the 60s, okay? Back in the 60s, persons of color, because that's, I guess, what they're being called now these days, wore afros, not braids. Whereas me, a little white girl, I was wearing braids. So, who had them first?
My culture was so mean to Michelle Obama, making her do her hair in white fashion, making her husband president twice, making her live in a mansion on Martha's Vineyard with another one in Hawaii. Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing too. Is it cultural appropriation when someone with curly hair uses straightener? You know, you're literally going against your genetic makeup to change an aspect of yourself to look like someone else.
There was actually a video on X where a black woman was talking about how, you know, for years she was straightening her hair and all this because it's what the white man wanted. It's like, no, honey, you be you.
Yeah.
It's like, if a man cannot accept you for the way that you are and the way that you look, then he's not for you.
Yeah, that tells you a whole lot more about that relationship than just hairstyles.
That would be like me trying to do an afro. That would not work. No, that would be horrible.
Yeah, that's called a perm, and you've tried that before. No, not a good idea.
Yeah.
They hate Schoolhouse Rock. They hate school. School. Don't forget, the basic tenets of school is now considered racist. Math is racist.
Oh, come on.
I know, it is so ridiculous for me to even be saying that. I am just citing what they've said. It's absolutely ridiculous. And by they, let me be very clear who I mean by they. I mean cultural Marxists, people that literally are trying to undermine our way of life. They took over the public school system to remove as much of the history from it and instead teach you indoctrination and political philosophies that have no basis in reality, but that they want to make sure your children are learning. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they do the same thing to Schoolhouse Rock and they start up some little ditty about the trans story time and what a great thing that is and why it's so wonderful and inclusive.
Yeah.
For decades, they call this country but the greatest experiment, the melting pot. Yeah. Exactly.
And it's not everybody in all the cultures that are feeling this way. It's only certain ones. So I can't say it's, you know, all the white people want this, all the black people want this, all the Asian people want this, because that's not it. It's just certain peoples within those cultures that want those things.
I was watching an Asian commentator yesterday talking about something and something being racist, and he goes, "Oh yeah, the Asian American comes to this country, you know, and it is somehow suddenly a white guy and racist." I'm like, yeah, I hear you, buddy. Black Friday or not Black Friday, fun, yeah.
Is Black Friday racist because we got black in the title?
Tim mentioned that yesterday in the stream, and I was like, I've actually already heard someone make that argument last year. It's already happening, so don't be surprised. I bought the DVD for my nephew and niece, totally not for me. Yeah, exactly. A song that you could sing along with them, though, you know. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? Hooking up words and phrases and clauses. That's some good stuff. Oh, I love it. I love it. A netterfro.
Yeah.
Hashtag netfro.
I've had a perm. It was horrible. They do not look good on me. I have wavy hair now, naturally. I mean, but it's wavy. It's not an afro or anything like that. But a perm does not look good on me. After I had gotten one of them, I did what they said you shouldn't do, and I immediately went home, washed it like 4 times, conditioned the snot out of it. Still had the perm.
Because the chemicals in the perm literally burn your hair into a position. It's a chemical version of what a curling iron does. And once it's set, it's set.
Yeah, I had to wait for it to grow out enough for me to be able to chop it off. I hated it.
The worst part about the perm is it burns the specific part of the hair that you... So as it grows out, you're growing out straight. Just like if you dye your hair, you're going to see the roots coming in your natural color. Well, you're seeing the roots coming in straight, and it does look kind of weird. You could have like straight hair down to here and then all curly out here.
But my hair's like that naturally. It's straight to right
You've
above.
got a wave, though. That's why.
Yeah. And then I've got wave after that. Which goes along with my family, because my sisters all had wavy hair growing up. And me and the sister right above me had stick straight hair. Even my brother had wavy hair.
Tim says, I would pay good money to see you with an afro like the 70s one. I'll tell you what, I would pay good money to be able to have an afro. I got nothing.
Let's see if I have that picture around.
Well, we could share that tonight if you find it, because I want to start winding us down, because I really do want to get us over to Corey's.
Yeah.
Wilkie's Movies and Music for this afternoon. I want you all to encourage the heck out of him. And then, not a forward because, there's hours in between. But after Wilkie's Movies and Music, make sure you get over to Big Al's tonight for Films with Friends. And then he'll send you guys back to me for Last Call. That's the way we do it. Hashtag Together We Grow. I love it. So, guys, I want to thank you so much. Stay warm. Drink what you enjoy. But if you've never had Glögg before, give it a try. Think Christmas. Think Christmas. Tell me if it warms you, if it makes you feel good. If not, don't ever drink it again. Just what I'm saying. I'm not trying to push anything on you. And I do hope to see you over on Corey's. I do hope to see you tonight on Last Call. And until then, let's get going. Drink responsibly. Take care of yourselves and stay warm. Later, guys.
Goodbye. Hope to see you again real soon.
So here's to the daylight, the drinks and the fun, our liquid lunch, till the next one comes. With a wink and a smile, we'll be back real soon. chasing that jazz under the high noon.